Warning. The following podcast contains explicit language, adult themes, and controversial topics. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to the pleasure room.
We should just use that.
That's the intro right there?
Yep.
I don't know. We got a pretty funky intro.
True.
It's funky.
It's very true.
It's funky.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as my co-host and beautiful partner said, to the pleasure room,
The pleasure room.
where we talk about pleasurable things to us.
What are we talking about this time?
This time, well, actually, I think I'm going to hand the reins to you, sir. Everybody knows me as the master of segues, Fat Malcolmore, Rap Wizard.
We're actually recording this after the previous recording,
Yeah.
which didn't work out.
No.
So we'll be recording that episode after this episode, but that episode comes before this episode.
Yes, it does.
Because this episode, ideally, will be coming out on, once I figure this shit out, the 26th, just after Thanksgiving.
How was your Thanksgiving?
I don't know yet.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure it's good.
Yeah, I'm sure it was delicious.
Yeah, I'm sure mine was good too.
And we had crazy, family get-togethers and everything.
Huh, that's interesting.
That
Because
is
what's our main topic today?
Family.
Family.
We'll get to that soon, though. First, we got to talk about what's your favorite food? Because it's Thanksgiving. We
Right.
eat.
Right.
I like food. I
I
think
do
you like food.
Oh, you could tell by looking at me, baby.
Mm.
I'm a food man.
What's your favorite, main course?
Main course Thanksgiving food, huh?
It doesn't have to be Thanksgiving. Just
Thanksgiving
any
is
kind of...
kind of food.
What would you eat for dinner?
For
if you could
dinner?
eat dinner every day, what would you want to eat?
I'm not a big turkey guy. I really never have been a big turkey guy,
No?
which is weird, right? Because that's like a Thanksgiving staple. And I always kind of, the dark meat turkey isn't too bad, but all the turkeys I've had have been like really dry.
Yeah.
Like, I think the best turkey I've ever had was at the Renaissance Festival when we went.
Yeah, that was super good.
It's fucking like just juicy as I guess it's a leg, right? So it's dark meat
It's
or whatever.
Dark meat and slow
That's really
cooked
fucking good.
and-
But like, nothing gets me in the holiday spirit more than like a good baked ham,
Oh, yeah. Good
Yeah.
baked ham.
right? I'm not a big fan of like the sweetness. I like meat. I'm a meat and potatoes guy.
I don't know. I really like the honey glazed ham.
Honey's not bad, honey glaze,
Like
but like some people put like pineapples and shit on top.
yeah,
of
I'm
theirs.
not big about the pineapple. No.
Yeah, I'm never big on pineapple either.
I mean, I like pineapple as like a fruit by itself.
Mhm.
You don't put that shit on pizza
Right, or you just put
or
it in
ham.
rum.
Or yeah, in rum.
That's the only
fine.
way I drink pineapples and coconuts is in rum. Of course, it's hard to drink pineapples and coconuts without being liquid form, but
Well, coconuts have like
milk. Have you had coconut milk?
milk inside. Yeah,
Yeah, is it good?
yeah, it's pretty good. You like coconuts?
I like it in rum.
Well, it's a liquid coconutty flavor, so perhaps you'd like it.
Because like I really hate like coconut candy,
Mm-hmm.
like not like sweets, like what's that fucking Girl Scout cookie?
Oh, fuck, dude. What is?
I can't remember what it's
I
called.
I know what you're talking about, though.
Right, I fucking hate that thing.
Man, I like coconut on sweets.
I just don't at all.
A little shaved coconut, you know,
I don't even like the coconut fucking jelly beans. They come in like Jelly Bellies and shit.
like what is it? Almond Joys. I
Oh.
got the almonds and then the coconut
I
inside.
don't like nuts either.
Yeah, you don't like nuts,
I don't
dude. I
like-
fucking love nuts.
You
I
love
fucking
nuts?
I just fucking eat nuts all day, man. Just put them, in my mouth and
Do you guys hear that?
okay. So, what's your favorite main course?
I have to say, like especially for the holidays, I'm a ham guy. But like for non-holidays, I like me some sketty meatballs.
Ooh, that's good.
Good, big, juicy meatballs. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think I agree. Like some pasta,
Some pasta. I like pasta.
like maybe not spaghetti, but like ravioli or like tortellini, like stuffed pasta.
That's my dog in the background. I'm sorry. Ruby, stop.
She wants to be in a podcast.
She wants to be up there. She wants to be in a podcast.
This is Ruby Charmander, everyone. She says hello.
She says hello, but she's gonna be keeping doing that. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, knock it off.
Knock the shit up!
Oh, just screaming, just fucking knocking shit over. Ruby, no. Where's your bone? I'm gonna edit all this shit out. Ruby, where's your bone? Fuck you, nigga. I don't want the bone. No.
What, you think she gotta go potty? Oh, I said it.
Okay, well.
I fucked up.
You fucked up. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
And we're back. So yeah, stuffed pasta.
Stuffed pasta. I'm super big into pasta, man.
And a nice like red tomato sauce with maybe like some sausage or something in it.
Like literally
Garlic bread.
Everything that I cook is like with garlic.
Yeah.
I like me some garlic.
Gotta have garlic, dude.
Garlic and onions. Some good shit. What about you? What's like your favorite food? Favorite meal? Like main meal?
That would be it. Pasta.
Pasta?
I agree with you completely.
Maybe
100%.
next time we'll just have like a bowl of fucking pasta with forks in the middle of us instead of candy.
I thought about bringing pasta over, and then I was like, we cook it and make a mess and be a pain in the ass.
I know. Fucking water and pots and shit.
What about your favorite vegetable?
Vegetable? I like cucumbers.
You like cucumber?
Cucumbers are like my favorite vegetable. You know that fucking Jamaican guy that's like, cucumber, put it on your eyelids, make you last longer. Cucumber.
No.
You never seen that video?
No, I don't. I don't know about that guy.
I think the comments will know what I'm talking about, but I'll show you that later. It's like this guy just like freestyle raps about cucumbers, and he's Jamaican. He's like, cucumber, make you feel longer. Everybody makes nails grow longer. It's like that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
that's
pretty
legit.
Cool. But yeah, I've eaten cucumbers forever, man. Ever since I was a kid, fresh out the garden, just fucking peel those shit raw with ranch.
I'd have to. I don't know. There's asparagus. I love asparagus. It makes your
pee smell funny.
Your pee smell funny, but it's fucking delicious. Put some butter on that.
Yeah, that shit steamed or whatever is good.
Some salt and pepper. Fucking grill that shit or something.
Like, I know we just ate Hardee's or whatever, but dude, I want some fucking vegetables right now.
Right? I fucking just talking about it. What about potatoes? Potatoes are vegetables.
I love. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think they are. They couldn't be fucking fruit.
Yeah,
right? That'd be
it's
insane.
not fruit.
It ain't a fruit. It's a vegetable.
And you can fucking do anything. Well, I don't know. Like, I guess because it's like corn.
Right.
But corn isn't really a vegetable. It's a starch.
Right.
And I think potatoes are, they're like a starch. But they're vegetables, but they're not vegetables. Because they're not good for you, pretty much.
Right.
I don't know.
It's weird. Like, fucking potatoes could be like vodka.
Right. Fucking, like I could live on vodka, French fries, baked potatoes. You can put anything on a baked potato, too.
Honestly, I'm pretty sick of vodka. Like, not even kidding.
I don't know. I could probably drink.
I could do a screwdriver. Screwdriver's not bad.
I mean, I don't.
That's like your signature
Just want to
drink.
shoot vodka.
Yo.
No.
They can't do any flavored vodka anymore either.
No. I'm not a hard drinker anymore. No shots. No. It's got to be a mix with something.
So I'd do some shots.
I mean, maybe like one or two, but other than that.
We used to be champions, in that fucking garage of your mom's, man.
It used to be.
Fucking
long time ago.
21st birthday playing Dungeons and Dragons in your garage. Fucking middle of summer, we're all sweating nuts, and I'm drinking this entire bottle of Malibu by myself.
Entire bottle. We drank everything that night.
Yeah, everything.
We had a lot of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
You got fucking.
I think I got a little.
I mean, by the end, I'm pretty sure you were pretty drunk by the end.
Drunk. But I sobered up pretty quick. I drove home.
Yeah.
Don't drink and drive, kids. It's a bad idea.
Yes, bad things.
Always have a.
Be responsible.
Yeah, always have a designated driver. There's Uber now. There's no excuse.
Yep. If you want to put your own life in danger, just smoke cigarettes. Don't put other people's life in danger, though.
That's right.
What about dessert? I like it as sweets.
You like it as sweets? See, I'm like.
I like savory food. Mm-hmm. I like a good meal, but I also like candy and baked goods and anything that has sugar in it.
Like, I've never been, ironically, I'm diabetic, but I've never been super into sweets. Like, I mean, I used to go through packs of fudge rounds like crazy. Like, don't get me wrong, I like them. I'm just not, like, super crazy about them like some people is. I can't, like, eat them every day.
Yeah. Our friend Manny, he eats them on the toilet, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. Fudge round to make a fudge round in the toilet.
Yep.
Fudge for fudge. But, yeah, like, favorite sweets. I mean, I like stuff that's sweet, but not like overly sweet. Like
Yeah.
like pumpkin pie.
Mm-hmm.
That's some good shit.
What about like brownies, dude?
Brownies. Like I don't mind brownies. Brownies
You
are
don't
nice.
mind brownies?
Right.
No, we fucking love brownies. Okay.
Like I couldn't eat them every day or anything. It's just too much. No bake. I like no bake cookies.
Oh, those are good. Yeah.
Those
What about ice cream? I really like frozen, sweet.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
s-
ice
s-
cream cake is the shit.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's like the best thing ever.
It's like you like cake, but it's not cake. It's better than cake. It's fucking ice cream cake. It's a million times better than
Right.
cake.
like
Ice cream cake may be, I don't know, cheesecake. Cheesecake is my top.
you like cheesecake. I like
Mhm.
cheesecake too. It's not bad. Girl I was talking to, we'll just call her taco ass. You know who I'm talking
He
about.
just winked at me.
Yeah, I did just wink at
He
you.
winked at me. I don't know.
You still don't know who that is?
I mean, I know who it
Yeah,
is.
you do.
but
That's-
It's kind. I just want to let you guys in on that. He's not being stealthy.
Yeah, I'm not being very stealthy. But talk about. She said she didn't like cheesecake, and she's super diabetic too. Like super
So
diabetic.
that's probably a good thing then.
But
really.
she still is like really bad about that shit. She'll eat like all sorts of sugar all the time, and she takes insulin and shit. So she's like type 1.
I don't know.
Yeah, because like type 2 is what I have, which is that's pretty bad. You're probably gonna die eventually, but you'll be okay. And then type 1's like, well, it was nice knowing you.
Yeah. If you literally don't have your insulin, you could die at any time.
Right. All I take is metformin every once in a while, and I haven't checked my sugar. I actually bought batteries. I need to do that soon. But right now we're talking about delicious desserts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pumpkin pie, definitely.
Pumpkin pie and cheesecake for me, most definitely.
I'm a basic white bitch. I love pumpkin anything.
Or you put anything on that pumpkin pie?
A little Cool Whip
A little Cool Whip.
every once in a while.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. Because I like strawberries and stuff.
I've never tried strawberries on a
cherries.
pumpkin pie.
On cheesecake.
On cheesecake.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure
Well, fuck.
that might be a thing.
That might be a thing.
Like,
Now it is. We're
I'd
doing
probably eat that.
that. We have a Thanksgiving dinner here. We're gonna fucking
Run an entire pumpkin by
Yep.
by putting fucking strawberries on it.
I figure that'd be good.
I think
Strawberry
it'd be
and
good.
pumpkin might be all right.
Maybe. I don't know. Like
It's like almost like
it's like I want it to be good,
you think because you put two good things together, you think it'd be good, but
but it's not.
I mean, look at our
It's not always-
podcast.
Oh,
shit!
Damn. How about that 3.5 long hour episode?
Yeah, that was nice.
The lost episode.
Yeah, so there will be a lost episode. The audio got corrupted. We was using Audacity, and it just
for some reason.
for some reason, even though I have Logic Pro, which we're using now, and I really hope this turns out okay. Because if not, this is the end of the pleasure.
Nope.
This
No,
is the
we're
absolute
going.
end
He dragged me into this. We're gonna keep it going.
forever, even with poppy ass audio, man.
Yep.
But yeah, basically the story is we recorded a 3-hour long podcast about a certain subject. I won't spoil because we're gonna do it again.
These video games.
Oh, you motherfucker! You just a
What?
fucking
Oh
you just a
no!
spoiling motherfucker.
This episode comes out after that episode.
Does this come out after?
Yeah.
Oh,
the
hey.
video game episode's gonna be before this one.
Well, never mind then.
This is the Thanksgiving one,
This is the Thanksgiving one because it's Thanksgiving.
not Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's
no.
not even Halloween.
We're
yet, but-
recording shit stupid early,
Yeah, we are.
so we're ready.
Well, yeah. So, what other shit you got?
Oh, still on favorite food. What about favorite appetizers? You know, like little munchies, mozzarella sticks, dude.
Fuck.
Fucking mozzarella sticks.
I could eat mozzarella sticks every day, probably.
Oh,
Fried cheese? Are you fucking kidding
Yeah,
me?
it's just fantastic.
It's fucking everything you ever wanted.
It's just great.
Fucking. I'll tell you what. It's not. It's that fucking cranberry sauce. That's like Jello.
Do you? So you're not on the
Ooh,
cranberry?
I hate it so much.
My brother, right,
Mm-hmm.
is the only one in our family. Like that's the only reason at Thanksgiving, Christmas, there's always cranberry sauce. The only motherfucker that eats it is my brother, and he'll just like put that shit on everything. You know, get a little cranberry sauce and turkey, a little mashed potato, and I'm like, dude, I fucking, yeah. I mean, I like jelly, like peanut butter and jelly. and
Right?
stuff.
Yeah. Like
That's what
strawberry
cranberry
jelly.
kind of is, right?
I don't. I guess so.
It's like cranberry jelly, pretty
Right?
much.
Yeah. But like my ex-wife was super into that. Like all the time would just eat it out of the can,
Out of the just straight.
out of the fucking
Just eating
can.
that shit straight, huh?
Fucking gross. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of cranberries at all. In general.
I think I like cranberries. I just don't like putting cranberry sauce on my turkey and stuff at Thanksgiving. You know, maybe on like a biscuit. I'll eat it on like a biscuit.
It's like tart.
Yeah, it is.
It's almost too tart.
Bitter.
It's not like it's not like a good tart. It's not like a sweet tart.
No.
But I'd say my favorite appetizer, like for non-holiday shit, would probably be like fucking either mozzarella sticks or I like some fucking like some dips, like some queso or some shit.
Oh yeah,
queso and chips.
Like it's one of the best things about going to like a Mexican restaurant. You know, getting little chips and salsa, and you just fucking like chow on that because you're hungry, and then by the time your food gets there, you're like, you know, kind of okay.
Yeah, it's like just give me a box. Well, of course, if you had self-control, unlike me, I just eat the food too and just die in my toilet later.
Yeah.
But yeah, that probably like queso. I love queso. I'm a queso man.
Queso's super good. I don't know. Are salads like an appetizer? They like come before.
Right.
I like a good salad.
Me too.
Every now
Me too. I enjoy a very good salad.
Of course, you know, I'm American and I fucking drown it in ranch.
Right. I mean, for a while there, I was eating salad with no dressings and shit, trying to lose weight and stuff. And
fuck that.
It wasn't too bad, honestly.
Really?
I mean, I like vegetables. Like, a funny story, I was actually, when I was in preschool, a teacher pulled aside my mother and just randomly before she was picking me up to take me home or whatever, and she's like, you know, Brandon's like super into vegetables. Like, that's all we can get him to eat. We think he's probably going to grow up to be a vegetarian. Spoiler alert.
It didn't happen.
I'm a fatty. You don't see too many fat vegetarians. Look at Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, dude.
Yeah, dude. Fucking beanpole.
Fucking beanpole.
I'm pretty sure he just fucking survives on hemp, though.
Right? Because that's what they said. Like, because like in one of the Q&As with Hanna-Barbera or whatever, who fucking...
Hanna-Barbera? Who the fuck is Hanna-Barbera?
Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah.
You don't know who that is?
No,
That's like the animator behind like the Flintstones. Or like the production company or the animator, I can't remember. But like the Flintstones, Scooby-Doo, Huckleberry Hound. Fucking all those fucking
Huckleberry. I don't even know what Huckleberry Hound is.
Oh my God, Huckleberry! You would love Huckleberry Hound.
I don't know what
He's a
Huckleberry
blue
Hound
dog,
is.
and he talks in a slow Southern
Oh,
accent.
he talks like this.
Yeah, kind of like that. Except he's like almost like low key gay,
What?
like a little bit, like his accent.
Oh, hey there.
He's like,
Bring over the little boys. And,
I wish I could
it's like
quit
a
you.
pedophile. I wish I could quit you.
I would watch a Brokeback Mountain remake with Huckleberry Hound and like the Pink Panther.
Oh, the Pink Panther?
Yeah, like the cartoon.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know the pink. Like they're gay together.
Yeah, they're just gay.
It's gonna be like Will and Grace.
Yeah.
But like the Pink Panther and Huckleberry
I'd
Hound.
watch the shit out of that.
Is that fucking live action? Let's send it to Disney. I'm sure they'll do it.
Just paint a guy blue.
Yeah.
I wish I could quit.
Hi, I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
Well, yeah, definitely my favorite appetizer would be some sort of like Mexican-esque dip.
I'm probably just gonna stick with mozzarella sticks,
Mozzarella sticks,
or
those
or
are
maybe
good.
like breadsticks, like garlic
Breadsticks are
bread.
good.
I
Like
just
the-
like Italian food.
Yeah, like Olive Garden's breadsticks and shit. Very
Just-
good. And like the cheddar biscuits at fucking Red Lobster.
Oh yeah,
That's some good shit.
that is some good shit. That's delicious.
Delicioso,
So
as Dora would say.
that's all fun and good, right? And we all have a lot of memories of Thanksgiving, the food that we eat, and things we did as kids,
Mm-hmm.
right? So fucking buckle your seats for this, ladies and gentlemen, because you know what's coming up.
Just one lady.
There's only one lady
one
and
lady that
gentlemen.
listens to this shit. It's
No.
my mom.
I'm surprised if there's more than one. I'm surprised there is one.
I'm sorry, I ruined your segue.
We're going to talk about roller skating.
roller skating.
This was a random. We were just sitting at Denny's.
Perkins.
Fucking yeah,
Fuck
fuck Denny's.
Except their coffee. Please
Yeah,
sponsor us,
or if-
please.
Or if you're super drunk. And we were just trying to think of topics. I'm just like, yeah, man. Fucking you ever go rollerblading as a kid, man? You know, fucking that shit was dope back in the day.
It was really fun.
No, because we had there's a roller rink here in town. It's still open, in fact, which is crazy. I don't know
Yeah,
who the
right?
fuck goes roller skating anymore.
Like it's like way the fuck out there, and they're like in the fucking sticks almost. Like
Yeah, it's like
on the very
it's on the edge of town.
Sedalia. Yeah.
But I mean, like my sister, I remember her just like last year talking about we're gonna go hang out at the rolling ring, and I'm like,
is this 1930?
fucking what the fuck? Rolling
It's like,
ring?
do you know you have the right to vote,
that
man?
exists?
But yeah, A lot of my time at the roller rink was actually spent. There was a Street Fighter 2 Turbo or something arcade
'cause
machine.
they had a bunch of arcade. They had like a whole arcade in there.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. Yeah, that's where I spent a lot of it. I didn't skate as much.
I skated a bit.
Did you? Were you good at it?
I mean, I never like fell down and like hurt myself or anything.
I fell all the time.
Because like, I remember I'd really like it whenever they'd like turn off the lights and turn all the fucking crazy like glow lights
Disco
on
lights and shit. Yeah.
and start playing the music, man. As a kid, fucking just dashing around that rink, bro. Like fucking, I was gonna say LeBron James, but
Because LeBron James.
he fucking loves
LeBron
skate,
James. LeBron James.
bro. What's worse, like rollerblades or the full like 4-wheeled skate shoes? Like if you see someone going down the street, who are you like, that motherfucker's a weirdo if they got... Because do people rollerblade on the street? I think that's a thing.
I think that's like the roller skates or roller blades, the ones that are like ice skates. That's confusing.
Well, no, it's not ice skate. They've just got the one like...
Like the strip of wheels,
the
right?
strip of wheels, whereas
the other one has just like, it's like a shoe with like a car underneath it.
With like 4 wheels on
the side,
2
yeah.
on either side.
I feel like it's really weird if you spent the money to get like the fancy, like cool looking fucking like skate, right? With the razor, you fucking down the street and stuff. And you're like, that fucking, don't let your kids around that guy.
Right, fucking watch out for him.
So that guy's like trying to grind on shit with his fucking skates.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
But the other one's like, oh, he skates recreationally. He's all right. I still wouldn't trust my kid with him, but
Still
low.
both of them are kind of weird.
Right. If you have a pair of roller skates, you're fucking weird.
Me and my roommate, we saw a guy I guess it was this summer because it's like winter or going into winter now. But there was a guy fucking rollerblading down the street, and it was like an older guy. Like,
That
and
explains it.
every rollerblader like has to have where it's like some middle-aged guy, and he's got like the super bright like shorts on,
Mm-hmm.
and like a tank top. And it's like, oh,
Was he wearing his
alright.
protective gear?
I think he was wearing a helmet. I don't know if he was wearing like
Pads
and everything. I can't remember.
I was like, because I tried to roller skate, like on the streets and stuff a little bit. Because I was when Tony Hawk Pro Skater came out, it changed everything for me. Like seriously, I could not skate for the life of me. I still can't.
Changed your life.
But I was obsessed with skating of any sort. To the point where I had a scooter. We all had a Razor scooter, right?
Oh yeah, dude.
And fucking just destroy your fucking ankles on those motherfuckers trying to do ollies and shit. But yeah, ever since, and that's the thing with me as a kid, every time I played like a sports game, I wanted to fucking like play that sport. And then I realized, oh, this is bullshit.
Oh, this
like,
isn't as fun as I thought it would be.
This is really hard work. Fuck that. I just want to go play fucking, except with Mario Sluggers. Right? I played Mario Sluggers, which is the baseball one.
Yeah.
And it's probably my favorite Mario sports game. And I was like, I really want to play baseball.
Well, real quick, what's your favorite sport?
Baseball.
Baseball?
As long as you're not talking about esports.
No, yeah. Not talking, excluding esports.
It'd be baseball. I grew up with it, and I've always enjoyed watching it and playing it, and it's the only sport that I actually can watch and enjoy it. Because Dad would fucking put on football, and I remember sitting there, his football games, just like baseball games, I guess, but they last for fucking ever, especially if the teams are good and they keep fucking tying and going to overtime and all that shit.
Yeah.
So like fucking, you'd sit there.
But those are like supposed to be the good games when it's like, on the edge of your seat, you don't know who's going to win.
You'd be roll out, just, yeah, and out of nowhere and scare the shit out of me. Like, what happened? But I'd sit there and wait for his fucking football games to be over so I can fucking plug in my goddamn game system,
Oh, yeah.
They only had one TV, so I had to fucking sit there and wait for the fucking football game to be over just to play fucking Smash or something.
Golf, I think, would have to be the most torturous thing to watch.
Oh, man.
That's got to fucking suck. I'm sure I know there's people out there that enjoy it.
Yeah, I think Manny's dad is super into watching golf.
Fucking, and racing. I guess that's kind of a sport.
Right. I mean, if racing's a sport, then esports are sports, right?
Right, exactly.
Because it's still just hand-to-hand eye coordination going around a track.
I think we've accepted the esport thing.
You'd be surprised. They're fighting it. A lot of people are.
There was some kind of video game tournament that was fucking on one of the ESPNs.
Yeah.
That I
think
saw a couple months ago.
Street Fighter 5, because it was during Evo.
Mm-hmm.
because it was not.
Yeah,
only
it was
on
because you were
Twitch,
talking about it, and I think we had watched a little bit of it, and they had an advertisement that was like, "Check it out on fucking
on TV.
the ESPN 52."
Yeah, because everybody still watches TV, right?
Right.
Right. Fucking charter lady tried to sell me TV.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy bitch.
She did. She tried to give
It's
you the
like,
hard sell.
Oh, honey, how about I give you that silver package? You know, you get like 150,000 channels and blah, blah. I was like, actually, I won't need like internet or like TV or like fucking phone at all. All I need is the internet. And she goes, well, how do you watch your favorite programming? And I was like, well, I watch a lot of my stuff online. Like,
YouTube's dead.
YouTube. It might be. Maybe eventually, but
Twitch is going to take over.
See?
And Apple for hosting the Gracious podcast.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Hey. Even though we're probably going to post this on YouTube too. But
Yeah. I love you. I don't love you, YouTube. I'm upset with you, but you're the only option right now. So,
yeah.
honestly. But that could be a fucking talk show too about just YouTube. That'd be a good idea.
You just want to get angry?
Just get angry. Just want to have a bad time.
Yeah, you
You want to just leave the podcast just fucking mad?
just want to quit forever.
But yeah, fucking
So roller skating.
roller skating. But yeah. I roller skate a little bit. I wasn't good at it. I liked skating, but I mostly spent time in the arcade.
You were talking a lot about the arcade. You played Street Fighter?
Yeah, I played Street Fighter. But you know what? A little fun fact, a little Brandon trivia question is the first time I ever had a warhead was at that skating rink.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I think one of my older friends is like, here, dude, try this. And I'm like, a stupid kid. I'm like, oh, yeah, I want to impress you. I fucking sat there, and I was like almost crying because it was so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, I could put like 3 of those motherfuckers in my mouth, and it would hurt, but I'd be like, who's doing all right? But as a kid, one is like the most, I'm even salivating thinking about it. It's so fucking intense, and you don't know what the fuck's going on, especially you didn't know what the fuck it was.
But then once the sour stops, it gets so
Yeah, it's
fucking
super
sweet.
It's very sweet.
'Cause it's like,
I think I got like the black cherry one too, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst one.
yeah, those are
It's
intense.
like fucking gross. But yeah, that was the first time I had a warhead. Was at a skating rink.
There you go. And glow sticks.
Glow sticks.
There was always glow sticks at the skating rink.
I think every roller rink does like the fucking limbo thing, don't they? That's like a thing.
I think, yeah.
I think that's-
Did you ever try the limbo? I never.
I
did
couldn't
the
even
limbo.
skate, dude. I
Yeah,
couldn't even go
never,
on a straight line.
I never did that shit. Some people are crazy with that. Like,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know how the fuck you do that.
Just limber motherfuckers.
Fucking just all the way down to their fucking ankles, just flat on the floor,
Right.
gliding. It's like, how the fuck?
It's like your ass be getting tips at Sonic, man.
Yeah, for real. Fucking put that to some use,
Yes,
man.
Fucking be in a circus.
I don't know. Is that a good thing?
It depends how you look at it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess if you want to be an adventurous gypsy, then go for it, right?
I mean, if I had like some sort of weird talent, I'd be in
It
a
could be
circus.
fun.
Right, it'd be totally fun.
That would be kind of dope, really.
Right.
I'm sure there'd be tons of drugs to do.
Oh, so
It'd be a
many
great
drugs.
time.
It's fucking yeah, man. I'd fuck the bearded lady just once,
Yeah, just to see.
just to see,
Think-
just to see if the curtains match the drapes.
Well, would those be
That's like the fucking.
that one? Because
It's like the wallpaper.
yeah, the wallpaper, something.
Oh yeah,
But you know,
that's a really good topic, Justin.
hey, dude, it got us somewhere, didn't it? Fucking roller skating,
Roller
ladies and
skating, bro.
gentlemen.
Yeah, for family.
Um,
Did your I know you said your sister, but you ever went with your family and shit?
yeah, like
Like-
my mom and dad, we'd all go.
Were they good at it? Like, could they skate and stuff?
I don't know. Not really. I don't think my dad did it too much, but like it would be sweet, you know. My
Right.
mom and dad would go out there during the like couples
That's right.
dance and everything. Be like,
Oh,
oh,
that's sweet.
that's sweet.
Like, I'm pretty sure my dad could roller skate. No, my mom could roller skate, but my dad has like no fucking like balance at all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so mom would be fucking doing all this cool shit and stuff, and dad just be falling at the same time as I am, just fucking busting his fucking wrists on the goddamn stone ass floor.
I'm surprised your mom's good. She got that big hair. I figured that'd
Right.
like throw
I
her
think it gives her-
aerodynamics
I
off.
think it gives her more balance almost,
If I-
like just a perfect amount of wind resistance. It was bigger back in the day, man.
Yeah, she had that
It's like-
full 80s
just-
hair back
yeah,
then.
full 80s fucking. But yeah, I don't remember. Like, I remember dad taking me every once in a while because after they divorced, you know, you had to do something with your kid every
Yeah.
other weekend, right? You couldn't just sit at your house because that's not fun or whatever.
Did you ever do like any of the lock-ins or anything like that, where you know you go like stay the night there with a bunch of other kids?
The only
from
lock
school or
in I
something?
ever did was my senior. Like after I graduated, they had a lock in at the high school.
Yeah,
That was fucking lame.
yeah, it fucking
It's
sucked.
really fucking. Like the best part was they brought this hypnotist in, and you know, air quotations hypnotists. You know, you basically just play along. I really don't believe in that shit either. But like he came in and it made all the popular kids do stupid shit, right? Like I remember one popular kid was sitting there and fucking like screaming at the top of his lungs, like pretending to shit himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was funny. It was really funny.
Just pretending to shit himself.
There's also like a laser tag thing in there.
That's kind of cool.
And honestly, it was a lot of work. And I won like a little TV or something.
Ooh.
I don't know what the fuck it is. I probably lost it by now, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't that fun. Did you do a lot of lock-ins? Or?
I'm trying to think. I'm sure I did one because they had them at the roller rink all the time, and the fact that I thought of it because of the roller rink, I feel like I did one time, like once or twice.
See, those have
way
never
back
been
in the day.
I guess, you know, when you're not an adult and you don't get to spend the night at a lot of places or whatever. Like as an adult, if I want to go fucking
you can go anywhere.
yeah,
and just
you go anywhere and just spend the night there.
sleep in your fucking car
right?
or somewhere.
There'll be a lock
fucking
in there, right? But as a kid, it's exciting to be locked in a building and with all your some of your friends and stuff, and then meet new people and.
Oh yeah. I had this one friend, and we went to a lock-in at the roller rink, and I remember, because him and his dad and my mother were good friends, and he was a big boy, like, we're talking elementary school, like 4th grade. This kid was like 6'4",
Jesus Christ,
like taller than a lot of adults that we knew at the time, and he. Big wide guy too. He's just a big boy in general, and we always call him Bub, or Bubba. And we went to a roller rink and did a lock-in, and they brought like pizza and everything. I think we played at the arcade the entire time. That's what we did.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So that was pretty nice because we had an arcade there.
Yeah. I think our lock-in had something. Like there's some kind of games and shit. I don't know. There's like different activities through each, like because we spent the entire night there, and there's different activities like every other hour. Like what I really remember is that there was a bunch of Keurig set up with a bunch of different flavors and shit. That was like really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So we're super into coffee and shit, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'll try this French roast. Oh, that's not bad. Let me try this fucking Colombian bullshit. Oh,
I can taste the Colombians.
I can taste so many Colombians, man. It's like the fucking what's it? The shit in your bloodstream that makes you a Jedi.
Midi-chlorians.
Midi-chlorians. Taste of midi-chlorians in this fucking coffee, bro.
Midi-chlorians. God damn it.
Well, yeah, I was never one for big social gatherings, especially at school. Like any school function, I was like, fuck, I don't
Nah,
want
me
that shit.
neither. I never went to like any of the football games or like I went to prom and some of the dances and stuff, but that's about it.
I mean, I went to every dance. Every dance at my school growing up. And I didn't dance. I danced some, I guess, but.
And I was in chess club.
Was you chess club?
I was in the chess club.
Chess club.
And movie club or video club. I can't. It was just me and a bunch of like my friends and one of our buddies, Will. He was really into like video production and everything, and that's actually what he ended up going to school for. And he wanted to get the movie club together, and so one of the teachers that we knew backed us, and basically we just ran around the school recording ourselves do stupid shit. And then during the announcements in the morning, because you guys had announcements in the morning, right? Like over the intercom or something?
Not in Smithin.
We had like TVs in every room. And like there was like certain kids that it was like a class, right? Where they would go and they'd be like the news broadcasters in the morning for the whole school, and everyone would play it during, first period. And they'd play our videos like during first period during the news part, and it was literally just like us running down the hallway and screaming. Like that's we did a really shitty Scooby-Doo sketch where I played Shaggy because I had hair that went down to like the middle of my back, and everyone thought I was a stoner, but that was before I became a stoner.
Yep. Times are changing.
Yeah, the times are changing.
Like the only thing I had similar to that is we had a, I think it was creative writing class or something like that, and it was something like that. It was like speech or something. I can't remember what it was, but we made a whole bunch of, I think it was like speech, because we started to make this movie, because this all started because me and my best friend Manny and my other good friend Zach, we made a little spoof in our English class over of Mice and Men, like a full maybe it's got to be 20-minute.
We need to post that on the YouTube channel.
I was like, I'll get it off of Facebook. It's on Facebook
and
and
we
stuff.
can put it on the Pleasure Room channel.
Check
Check that out.
Check it out. It's really me at fucking. I had to be a sophomore.
If you want to see high school some kids do just random
Stupid
shit.
But it went. That's the first step in movie making for me, right? I really enjoyed it. I really like to make shit. I like to be creative, in general. So this was really fun, and we took that and we made that, and everybody really liked it, and the teacher was super impressed with us and everything. And so we went to the speech class, and I'm like, hey, I want to make another movie. He's like, oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, go for it.
That's cool.
Right, and he's like, so
encouraging you,
right?
Like, fuck yeah, man,
let's go for it. And of course, there was too many chefs, too many cooks in the kitchen, that kind of situation, because I was the director. I all I did was camera work and direct. I acted for one character, which was their boss when Lenny and George come up to or whatever.
I remember that.
But everything else, just because we didn't have enough people, I just filled in roles that we needed or whatever. But I just directed, and so I was just Manny is a fantastic actor. He always has been. I wish he would pursue it more, but I'd bounce ideas off of him, and he'd give me feedback. But usually I was the director. Last word was my say, because Zach didn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's just I like Mice and Men, and I like fucking around with you guys. And then Manny had some ideas, but he's like, you're the boss. You got it, director.
Yes, sir.
And then when we try to do this spoof of The Deadliest Game, The Deadliest Game. That's the one where the dude hunts people right in his mansion.
Yeah. Most dangerous game.
Most dangerous game. What did I say?
The Deadliest Game.
Yeah.
And are you talking about the literature book?
Yeah.
Where the guy but there's a whole island. It's not
it's
just a mansion.
Island,
he
right.
releases them on the island. You got a 5-hour head start, you motherfucker.
Yeah, like that. And we were trying to do that, but I had a whole bunch of course it's speech, right? So it's a lot of people actors and artists and stuff like that. So they kept putting their 2 cents in and stuff. There's too many conflicting ideas, and we eventually ended, because he let us do this during the period of class, his class period, and we spent maybe a week. And we had nothing done at all. We had some things shot, but it just couldn't fall together because there's too many cooks, right? And so eventually I felt really bad, because he's like, well, that kind of sucks. We wasted all this time. Because I told him, I was like, yeah, it's not going to happen.
Oh.
And he's like, well, that sucks. We wasted a whole bunch of time and shit, and I felt really bad. But yeah, that's the only movie making shit that I've ever done.
Yeah, that's same with me. Just a little bit in school where we dicked around.
And I guess my Monsters host shit,
yeah, I guess that's true.
Some video editing stuff.
But that's I don't know.
It's a little
kind of different.
It's not like a movie. It's it's a YouTube show.
YouTube show.
That's the genre of it, right?
Yeah,
it's
I don't
a John
know
Tron.
what would you call that? Because I guess you talked into the camera a little bit,
right? It's trivia /
What was your one comment on the video where the guy complimented you?
He's like,
what
did he say? He's like, wow, you put a lot of work into this. It's somebody. So you put a lot of work into it, and he's like, it was really good, but I would cut out the part with your faces, with your face. And I was like, thanks, bro. I was like, thanks.
I guess, thank you.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
Right on.
But yeah, if you guys want to check those out, those are on the, I think, Popcorn Master channel.
I believe that's Popcorn Master, YouTube / Popcorn Master.
Yeah, you can check those out and make fun of me. Or not. Or you could like them.
Or like them and, not be a dick about it.
And I actually have, 9 more episodes written and stuff, and I was actually going to do a big comeback this year and everything.
Yeah, it was.
And then
it never happened.
Then it never happened. I have it all written down except for the season finale.
Yeah, we always get a lot of ideas.
We have tons of ideas, actually D&D.
Yeah, that was one we started, though. Yep. We got a couple, and the Pleasure Room. Which hopefully we can keep. It's easier to do.
Definitely.
Than video editing.
Yeah, there's
and
no
everything.
script. We just fucking sit here and talk. And
yeah, that's really about it. So thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Make sure to leave your likes and comments in the section below.
Were there any other after school activities that you did? Any clubs
theater.
or anything you were in? Theater?
I was in theater.
I actually went to, I wasn't in theater, but I went to quite a few of our school plays and stuff. I knew some of the people that were in theater, and my dad actually really enjoyed it. He always wanted to go to those, so.
Yeah. I was in theater. Manny was always super into theater. Like I said, he's a great actor. He should do it more. But that's where he kind of got his taste for it. Was he signed up for theater, and then after I saw him, I was like, "That's really fun. I want to try that." We were in a couple plays together. We were in a musical together actually, called the Big Bad Musical, which is basically the Big Bad Wolf's in court for all the bad shit he's did. And I played the Big Bad Wolf, and Manny was the judge. And it was really fun to do. And I actually remember because there was multiple endings that you could pick from. It was kind of cool, and we were supposed to do a different ending every night, so to kind of get people to come every night.
Oh yeah, that's pretty
there's
cool.
a different ending coming, like one where it's guilty, and then one where I'm not guilty, and then there's like a neutral one. I can't remember what it was, but I remember one of the endings, because we had to practice, we had to rehearse those 3 different endings, right? And at one point, like during the show, like at the very end, we all fucked it up. We kind of people lost track where they were, and like I remember like sitting there in the fucking like stool that I was in. I was like, well, like my lawyer who was Savannah, which is Manny's cousin. I was like, well, thanks for trying. And then we all literally just everybody got up and walked off the stage.
It's
like that's not how it ends or anything.
Yeah, we forgot.
Well, we totally forgot, but we fucking everybody
doing.
was like in sync. Like, okay, let's end it. Let's walk off the stage.
Yep, let's end it here. Let's try and recover. You know, this is all we got.
Yeah, but that was really fun. And also did I can't remember what it's called. As Genres, I think is the name of the play, and it's basically the story of Goldilocks and the Three Little Bears, Three Little Bears,
The 3 little bears.
and except there's a narrator and he changes the genre all the time. So like we'll
That'd
be
be
like
fun.
it's really fun. Like you start off and it's like a romantic comedy, and like it's like oh, and I was Papa Bear, and then then it's like a sci-fi. There's a part where me and this kid, I was wearing my pop shirt and we had lightsabers come out and we're like sword fighting and shit, and I get him to the floor and it's like, I am your papa.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was really, this is actually on my Facebook of me in that green papa shirt with the lightsaber going, It was really cool. And they changed the genres and all the shit. And we actually
That
did like
reminds me of like whose line is it anyway kind of thing.
very much, except it's scripted.
Yeah,
It is
I mean
scripted
that's
anyway.
all.
But it was like a double act, right? And so like the first part was Manny was in the first play and I was in the second play, so we didn't get to play together, which would have been really fun. But he played like his character was called the protagonist, and it was kind of similar to Genres, except it wasn't about genres. It was about something else. I can't remember exactly, but it's about like this watermelon, and he was in love with the watermelon. There was like a narrator that kept changing shit, and he had to fuck around with it and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It was really fun to watch too. But yeah, and then like choir.
Oh, obviously.
Choir. I was a choir boy.
Brandon's a big music guy if you didn't know.
Right.
Check out Rap Wizard on SoundCloud,
Yep.
Twitter, and Facebook.
Follow him.
He's fantastic.
I'm pretty good. I'm alright. I'm not bad.
Don't let him down talk it. It's fantastic.
Alright.
But you know, we're not young forever.
Right.
We can reminisce about the old days of roller skating, and fuck you, we got a lot out of that fucking topic.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
We squeezed it for all it was worth.
Every single word of that roller skating topic.
But everyone gets older, and as you get older, things change. You know, the holidays specifically, I guess, you know, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, aren't the same.
Right.
You know, you don't see people as much. You don't see your family as much. And what's one thing you've noticed about getting older?
Getting older. I almost shit myself yesterday. Or the other day.
Yeah, we were talking about
As
that, the loss of bowel movements
Like fucking.
or bowel control.
I think it was because me and you, we've been hanging out a lot lately. Like it's been like almost
And
every other
we
day.
eat a lot.
We always eat when we're together, constantly. It's just a bunch of fucking junk, just candy and fucking bandanas, which is a barbecue place, by the way, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, bandanas is like a franchise.
Oh yeah, it is a franchise. You
Yeah.
probably got bandanas where the fuck you're at, unless you're like
Unless-
in
yeah.
Africa. I don't think.
Or
there's
anywhere that's not the Midwest in
Right.
America,
yeah,
in the United States.
but it's good. And we eat all this shit. I think it was one of those nights where we like ate candy all day and then went out somewhere
Mm-hmm.
and like ate a whole
I
bunch
think
of shit.
that that was the other day when we ate Chinese. I think that was yesterday, wasn't it? You're like, oh, I think I pooped myself, but I didn't.
I was telling you about it yesterday. That it almost happened. Yeah, it was yesterday because it was in the morning, so it was the day before that
Mm-hmm.
because we did something or whatever. And yeah, I was, in my car, and my stomach's growling. It just didn't feel good because we've eaten so much fucking garbage. And I kind of open up my car door and I step out and I fart really loud, but it ends with like a
Oh, you actually he
Yeah.
slobbered a little bit there.
slobbered on the mic, right? and like it concerned me, but I was like, whatever. So I start walking, and I thought I felt something like down my pant leg. I was like, I just fucking diarrheaed
fuck.
all the way down these fucking work pants. Like I can't. I'm gonna have to go
That'd
home.
be some shit if you're like literally, you know, if
Yeah.
you're out in the middle, like just going to get some groceries or something. You just, you know, I guess that day hits us all where you just lose control of, you know, your bowels.
Shit
and
ain't
it's
tight
like,
anymore, right? It's been,
you know, you got to wear fucking diapers and shit again.
man. If I gotta wear a diaper, you just fucking shoot me.
You just be done.
I couldn't sit in my shit or piss, man. That'd bug the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's rough.
It's rough.
That's rough. My grandmother's like that.
Yeah.
That bothers me a little
Well,
bit. You
I
know,
know-
she's actually, she has a ton of fucking health problems,
Right.
but you know, she's got like this recliner in the living room that has like a toilet under it. It's crazy,
Well, that sounds fucking rad, honestly.
right? You
Kinda.
just
I mean,
fucking
it's
sit
not like
there.
I'd be down for that. It has a toilet underneath it. You're not sitting in it, right?
Right,
You
no,
just
no,
fucking
no.
shit on the fucking recliner. That's fucking rad,
just
dude.
shit on the recliner.
That's fucking
That-
rad.
That's she's
fucking
just sitting there
kick your
watching
feet
her
up.
shows.
Have you ever pooped with your feet straight out?
No,
Oh.
I don't think so.
I feel you get more power out of it.
More power. I don't know. I always do the like, you know, you sit down and I like bend forward, the bend forward stance.
Mm-hmm.
Because what is it, that ridiculous it's like the shit stool or
Yeah, I know what
something
you're talking
that's
about.
advertised. It's got the
Mm.
crazy fucking
unicorn. And all
unicorn, and it's just a stool that like lifts your feet up a
that,
little bit,
Your
and you're
knees
supposed
up to your head. Yeah.
you're supposed to lean forward. Apparently, like leaning forward opens up your bowel or your colon more, so you can go easier or something. A little health tip for you guys.
I
There
might
you
actually
go.
try that because it takes me forever to poop.
Yeah. Apparently, like leaning forward opens you up a little more.
Because I mean, I think like the science or the logic behind it was because if you didn't have toilets back then, you just squat to poop, just
Yeah.
wherever, or you just keep walking when you poop. But
I don't think they. Maybe they do.
I mean,
keep,
right?
I don't know
I've
how
seen
the
I've seen
cavemen
cows and shit walk around and shit,
poop.
right?
Yeah,
but
they're just.
but
going at
it's
it.
because you'd have to squat down, right? And then that's just the natural way that your body would poop,
Yeah.
which is cool. What the
We're
fuck is
talk-
our topic?
We're talking about
Getting
we're talking
old.
about poop. Yeah, we're talking about getting old.
Oh, I hurt everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get little aches and pains.
Yeah, I think it's mostly because once again of age and the whole obese thing that doesn't help very well.
You think? Is it like your back?
It's a lot of my knees.
Oh yeah,
A
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of knees.
Your
Like I
legs.
have some strong ass legs just because I have to carry my fat ass around and shit. But like I could feel it in my joints.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't like keep my knees bent too long, or else they'll start aching and hurting like a motherfucker. And like I can't. I used to every once in a while I can do the cholo squat.
Yeah.
And it's not a big deal, and I can get back up. But then some days when I go down, it hurts so fucking bad. I need like to use my upper body strength and push myself up on something.
Yeah, like brace yourself before you get up.
It's fucking horrible, and it hurts so fucking bad.
I'm fairly okay with like I don't know, my bones and muscles and stuff. And I've got kind of a physical job. And at first like that was a little rough, but you know, you get used to that eventually. But I don't every once in a while, like when I wake up, I don't know if it's my bed or the way I always sleep on my side. I don't know if that's good, but sometimes like my neck, I'll have like a creak in my neck, you know, my back will hurt a little bit when I get up. But other than that, I'm okay.
Right. Like I mean, that happens to me sometimes. Like it just you sleep wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just end up in a fucked up position, and it's comfortable at the moment, but you wake up and like your neck is just stuck like fucking sideways, like in a
Yeah.
90-degree angle.
Who do you, from you know, getting older and from when you were a young teenager, kid, whatever, who is there someone that you like miss, someone that was very involved in your life and as maybe, you know, however you grew apart or whatever happened, someone that you think about that you're like, man, it'd be cool to
Back
get to know them again.
like my grandmother passed away when I was pretty young. Like I had to been like solid like 7, maybe 7 or 8, and it was on my dad's side. And honestly, I couldn't really. I remember stuff about her. I remember how fucking amazing she was, and Mom tells me stories about her all the time, and how nice she was and everything, and very motherly, instinctive. And that's why my mom's like how she is today. Like you've met my mother and you've been around my mom. She's like
Yeah.
super like always has to take. She's a caregiver. She takes care of everybody constantly.
Yep, my boy here, he just moved out actually.
Yep.
And what, your mother was over twice yesterday?
yeah, she was. You know, I miss her too. I love her to death, and she's the best mother in the entire fucking universe. Honestly, I could not have. Like, people talk about how shitty their childhood was because their parents like did drugs or didn't pay attention to them or hit them or was abusive or anything, and I'm like, I can't relate at all.
Yeah.
Like, I won the fucking lottery with that shit, dude. But yeah, like my grandmother on my dad's side, I'm the only image that I really have solid of her is she's sitting in her chair at Grandpa's old house, which is like in the fucking sticks, right? Like if you're heading towards what the fuck is that place? Coal Camp? Not
Yep.
Coal Camp. Yeah, I guess Coal Camp, I think is right. And like with the Indian smoke shop,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that place. Like before you get to Coal Camp or wherever that is over there, you could take a ride and you go through all these fucking hilly ass areas and shit. Grandpa lives way out there in the fucking sticks in the woods. But she's sitting there and she's like onto TV and she's got the fucking the oxygen nose plug things.
Yeah.
The
little
wire that goes around
oxygen
your
machine.
ears and shit into an oxygen machine. And she's sitting there smoking a cigarette at the same time. Just
That's what I love about old people.
Right?
They just get to that point where they're like, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck everything else. I'm just gonna do what I want to do.
Right.
That's the one thing about being old that I think. I don't know. Are you excited to be an old person?
No, really. Honestly, well, when do you want to die? Like, what's the?
I
what's
never.
the age?
Ideally.
You never want to die. Ever?
Ideally, well, I guess if I could maintain my
Standard of health.
standard of health,
Don't
then
you-
never.
Don't
But
you think it get boring? Like, to save.
no, think of all the things you could do, man. All
Right.
you could. Yeah, I mean, by that point, it'd be sad because all of the people that you know would
Would be
eventually
dead.
die and
Yeah.
everything. But I guess you grieve and you move on. That's life, right?
Right.
And you fucking. I'd start traveling. Eventually, once everyone that I was really close to,
Just
passed away.
Just move on to the next.
Just-
Like a vampire.
Yeah, just like fucking leave, go somewhere else.
Right.
Explore the world, learn as much as you can.
Do you
Learn everything.
do you think that it would have less meaning because you have unlimited time?
I don't know.
Right, because the whole
It
idea
might have
about
more meaning.
you think it's like because I feel like it's like super like
Do you think you'd feel guilty though? Like, here I am. I can't die. I'm immortal or whatever. But everyone else I know is past. Like, you'd almost feel it to yourself that you'd have to appreciate it, right?
right. Yeah, you'd feel like if you're not happy, then you're just wasting.
Right. And no one
Yeah,
else has this,
right.
and
That's
that'd
that's
be a guilt trip.
some deep. What fucking is our topic again? Like getting old. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So this is fucking some deep shit out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like I don't want to live past like 65, 70.
I don't know. It depends on the state of my health, really.
I mean,
Like,
at this point, I'm not
The,
going to
the
be
age,
so much.
the number doesn't matter, but
The state of
my
health.
my physical health is what would matter, because, like you said, I don't want to be in a nursing home.
Right, I couldn't. do that.
I mean, maybe if it was a cool nursing home and there's I had a badass old man neighbor and we fucking smoke weed in the bathroom together or something. Fucking maybe that'd be kind of cool. But like if I couldn't get out of bed. Or I don't know, like even if I couldn't get out of bed, I'll play video games and watch movies.
I do that shit now, man.
I think I spiked my mic there. It turned red there for a second. But
That's right.
I don't know. I appreciate life.
Right, I do too. But it's like everything comes to an end, and if it goes on forever, then it gets monotonous, and then it's like in Groundhog
Mhm.
Day, when fucking Bill Murray kills himself 10,000 times and keep waking up, and
Yep.
that'd be some sort of hell, dude.
That'd be kind of fucked
I guess
up.
it's the same day over and over again. That's even worse.
Yeah.
And like just normally you just never die. See, I don't know.
That'd be kind of torture.
Because I feel like that drive, that ever ticking clock in my head, just in the back of my mind, I don't think about it a lot about dying. Well, that's a lie. But I mean, like dying of old age or whatever.
Yeah.
Like fucking, that's ticking in my head. Like, oh, I need to actually do something. I need to like get out and do something.
Right.
I felt like I'd get lazy. Like, psh, I ain't gonna die. I'll just fucking sit here for 10,000 years and fucking jerk off and watch fucking Pornhub and VR.
You'd probably go through, like, if you lived forever, you'd probably go through like ups and downs.
like fucking roller coasters,
like
dude.
yeah, maybe you don't do anything for like 100 years,
Yeah.
but then you're like, okay, well,
Let's give it a shot.
let's move on and do something else.
I don't know.
I don't know. It'd be interesting.
It would be very
It's an interesting thought.
And I think if you're in the comments and you have some sort of like input to this,
What would you do?
Yeah, what would you do?
Where would you go?
Do you think it'd be more meaningful to life would be more meaningful if you lived forever or if you died? And then what would you do? And just tell us some shit. I'm interested to see what everybody said.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. I used to make this joke with a buddy of mine, and I always be like, at 50, just cut it off at 50, be done. But no, I don't think that's so true anymore.
That's like, and plus, our life expectancy increases with every technology boost and all that shit, right? It's like every time there's a new breakthrough in tech, as long as the pharmaceutical companies don't fucking just fuck us in the ass. Like, oh,
yeah, that's true.
It's like, you want this pill that gets rid of all diseases? Well, I guess you're going to have to sign this fucking contract that lets me fuck your mom every other day.
Yeah.
It's like, God damn it, Obama.
Oh, fuck it. Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom. I'm really sick of this rock joint.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a D&D disease.
A rock
That's
joint,
not a real disease.
petrification. But my grandfather, he's in his, how old is my grandpa? He's like 84. And, man, he's still kicking. Like, he gets out, he goes, same with, that's my grandfather on my father's side. And then my grandmother on my mother's side, she's fucking out all the time. And so I guess there's some good genes there, although really bad history of cancer. So once I hit like 60, expect that news. I shouldn't joke about that.
Yeah.
That like might really happen.
Right. But once again, like, because you can die, you can make those jokes, and it's almost a way to deal with it.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like, fucking, if you lived forever and you got cancer, you would just suffer forever.
Yeah.
You would just have cancer forever.
Oh, I mean, yeah, because it destroys your immune system.
Right. You'd be sick, but you wouldn't die.
Have like the fever for eternity.
Jesus Christ.
Like, that'd be that would suck. But actually, what was it? My brother, so he went through this little phase a little while ago, where I'm convinced it was he unlocked some kind of hidden psychic potential inside of himself, and he could definitely be an X-Men.
Absolutely. He'd be the worst X-Men,
but I'm a pretty curious person.
Right.
I like to go out, experience things. And when I was younger, I experimented with a lot of substances. Mm-hmm. And my brother's done the same. Mm-hmm. Perhaps maybe a little kind of a bad influence, but our dad was the same way. I don't know, it's just our family. We're just a bunch of curious people. We like to find out for ourselves,
right.
And he had a bad experience, and he was convinced that life had become a loop, that it was everything's a loop, and we just die and we come back and live the same life over and over and over, and that he witnessed the loop on this bad trip that he had, and that he would flash. That's what we started calling it, flashing, where he'd have these moments where he'd like have a really almost like an anxiety attack. Mm-hmm. Like it's kind of a bad thing. I don't know what was going on. Obviously, it was psychological, but he like give himself an anxiety attack about small stupid shit like, oh my God, dude, I saw you wearing that T-shirt. Like, I knew you were going to wear it. And it wasn't even like a great power that like let him saw into the future. It's like it would only flash whenever it was happening. So we made fun of him of, oh, you can see present time when things are happening as they happen.
In the same, through your eyes.
Through your eyes.
I mean, it'd be even more interesting if you can see through other people's eyes if something's happening in a different location. But it's basically just like intense deja vu.
Yeah.
Like it's deja vu, except you shake a lot.
That's exactly what he was. But he would like literally sometimes have to like get up, leave the room because some motherfucker wore the wrong T-shirt, And we started joking about it a lot. Like we started making fun of him, saying, "Did you fucking flash, dude? You fucking flash that?" All the time. And I felt that like helped him get over it because we like joked about it. And he was like, "Oh well, maybe I'm being just kind of dummy,
Or maybe he's still like super flashing, but he's like, I don't want to be made fun of anymore.
Yeah. What was it the other day? We were in my garage, and we were sitting there doing something, and we'd brought it up, and I was like, "Oh fuck, did Brandon flash us, or did we flash Brandon flashing?" And we text him, and he just sent me like 1-word replies. I was afraid that like he did flash, and then I texted him to be like, dude, did you just flash? And he's like, oh my god, it's actually real. Oh fuck, dude. You know, so he's probably back down on that train.
right.
So
We love you, Brandon.
yeah,
We love you.
that's one thing I miss about being younger is my little brother and sister. I mean, we're all older now.
Right.
We don't see each other nearly as much. But I'm the older one, and I have my brother's the middle child, my sister's youngest, Megan and Brandon. And I don't know, just thinking about all the old times when we play and
Right.
and I was always older, so I never was super into what they were into, and they were never really. My brother was always into what I was into, like super into whatever I was into. But that's just because he was the younger one. And you know, if I was playing a video game, he'd wanna try all the time and everything. So I kind of miss that.
Right.
My younger brother and I mean, I love them as they are now, but you know, just looking back and reminiscing, us going to family events, you know, and we'd always go out like with your grandpa. My grandpa lived out way in the middle of fucking nowhere out in Florence, which is this little backwoods place. And we'd always go over there for Thanksgiving and everything. You know, every single holiday, 4th of July, fucking Columbus Day, we're at Grandpa's, you know, Flag Day, fucking going to Grandpa's. And we'd always go shoot fireworks. My uncles would get drunk. And my grandfather ended up passing away from brain cancer. It started as lung cancer. And the family, I don't know, we never really recovered from that, you know. We never... every once in a while, one of my uncles, the one that every time he'd drink, he'd start howling at the moon. Because we'd always have a big bonfire outside and everything. And both my uncles would get really drunk, and he'd start howling. That's how you knew my uncles were both really drunk, because they fucking start howling at the moon, dude. And I miss that shit, though.
Well, I mean, that happens, right? Like, just with my grandmother, when she passed away, the Stuart family would always get together, all of us. Like, my dad, his 2 sisters, and his 2 brothers. All 5 of those motherfuckers.
Yep.
Every holiday, we'd get together because of Grandma, right? And then when Grandma passed away, everything just kind of fell apart. Like, we tried, I think, one Christmas after Grandma passed away, and it was the most sad Christmas I've ever had in my life.
Yep.
It was just rough, dude. And then the whole fucking situation with my grandfather got a girlfriend later on. It had been like years.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
But I'm sure that caused ripples in the family.
Like, there's almost like a civil war at that point where people were picking sides. Like, that's wrong, that's right. You know, it was ridiculous.
Yep.
And that a family that close could be torn apart just from one person being out of it. But some people are that glue, man. Like, some people are just the foundation of a family. You know?
Yep. They
Like,
definitely are.
They keep everybody together. It's like everybody's like, even if you disagree with your brother, right? But your mom's there and you both love your mom, you'll be there.
Yeah.
Right. It's just a thing.
That's true. And some, like, I know, like my mother and my 2 uncles, like they get together now a little more than they used to, but it's just not the same.
Right. It's just not. This is a missing hole.
And every once in a while we'll go over there to one of my uncles for Thanksgiving or something, but still it's just like, this doesn't feel right, you know?
Right.
And I used to have 2 cousins, Jesse and Saber. They were both older than I was, and we'd always go out and do stupid kid shit, run around in the woods and everything. I haven't seen those motherfuckers in forever.
Like, talking about, like, missing the old days, right? Like, I really never, because, like, high school sucked. It really did. I grew up in a small fucking redneck town, and I listened to metal and shit, right? It wasn't a super fun time. I wasn't into FFA or anything, which nowadays I'm like, I kind of wish I would have, because it's really interesting, you know, kind of, you know, growing food and stuff like that, right? That's really cool and stuff like that, because I'm super into growing food and natural shit.
Organic,
right? I like organic gummy worms that I got from the gas station the other day.
Yep.
They're fucking good. But I'll think back to, like, just little things, like walking on the streets of Smithton, like, without shoes on. And, like, in the middle of summer, and, like, all the street lights are coming on, so I'd have to run home. And just the feeling or the sound almost of my bare feet hitting the pavement of the streets. Just, like, and the fucking vibrations of my bone hitting that and going through my body as I'm running to
That's
my
what
house.
killed your knees.
That's all right there. I probably did. But, you know, just little things like that. And the warmth of the street on your bare feet as you're walking around and stuff. And there was one winter, like a really bad winter that we had where everything froze over, like super over. There's a big fucking yard in between my house and the school. And me and Manny and a couple of friends, we'd have to traverse it. It was like a big D&D adventure because we'd all like walking across the tundra and all of us bundled up and stuff, slipping and sliding. Just little things like that, right? Little things that are like insignificant at the time, or it's really fun. You look back fondly.
Yeah.
It's weird. Nostalgia gets you like that, I guess, right? And that's why, like, we got a fucking Hey Arnold movie coming out, and Rocko's Modern Life is coming out.
Yeah, Rocco's coming out. That's why they remaster all the old fucking games, you know, StarCraft remastered and everything else that they've been coming out with.
Yep.
Do you have any like old specific like Thanksgiving family get-together stories or traditions that you remember?
The only thing I really remember the only thing that I remember doing every year consistently with my mother's side of the family was I would get there at like maybe 8 a.m. because school would be out, right? And I'd just wake up at like 7, and Mom would wake me up to take me over to Grandma so she can help her cook. And she'd start cooking over there, and I would sit in Grandma's living room and I'd watch the Macy's Day Parade, which is a big Thanksgiving thing. Like mostly everybody knows about that, right? And I mean, no one watched it with me or anything. I think Grandma every once in a while would sit down and watch it with me. But I just remember staring at those fucking blimps, and then when I saw that fucking Pikachu blimp, dude, I lost my fucking shit.
It's like, that's awesome.
I want that shit, man. I want a fucking Pikachu balloon.
Grandma, go get me a Pikachu balloon.
I want a Pikachu balloon, Grandma.
Right now.
Of course, I told my grandmother I wanted a fucking... She was embroidering. I think that's with the like circle thing and like the needle
and
the blanket. Well, she was embroidering a quilt for a while, right? And I just randomly as a kid was like, Grandma, I want that quilt when I get my own house. And she's like, okay. And so like it's been probably 20 years since I said that. And then my mom comes in today with this quilt. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
It's right over there.
It's right over there. And she's like, do you remember when you told your grandmother you wanted this fucking quilt? And I was like, no.
No, I don't.
And I started to think about it. I was like, I do kind of remember that. And like she made it, and it's a heavy-ass quilt, too. It's a little girly. But
it's got flowers and stuff,
flowers
but it's warm. Keep your ass warm.
And fucking, it's just really cool. It's just really cool of her.
Yep. Have an old little family sentiments.
Yeah, so I'll pass that down to my family forever, you know? Same with the cow paper plate holder.
The cow paper plate
like that's
holder.
been in my family for, I guess, my mom bought it, right? For when I was before.
So
I was
not
born.
that long.
No, but it will be in
Not
my family.
generations.
It will be a Stuart thing. I
cow
promise.
paper plate holder.
My kids and their kids would pass down this fucking cow paper plate holder
Don't
until
you dare fucking break that, kids.
I will haunt your fucking ass. I will come back and fucking rape your skull.
Damn, those are your kids, bro.
That's like my great grandkids too. Don't fuck with me.
I'll threaten them too.
I'll threaten them too.
They ain't out of this either.
That's like I fucking whipped your daddy. I'll whip you too. Do you have any crazy ass traditions or whatever?
Well, kind of like the quilt thing. My grandpa does this, and this is every holiday, like ever. My grandfather, he always records like videotapes every single like family get together, and just anything that he finds interesting. He like carries a camera with him in his car, like a video camera, and he'll always, he'll be that guy at the family event where, me and my brother and everyone, we're all sitting down, talking and chit-chatting. My grandpa comes in with the video camera. Say hi to the camera. What are you doing, Justin? This is Justin, everybody. Hey! With the camera, and it's like, oh, fuck.
Is he Mr. Meesings?
Yeah, apparently. So, at the time when it's happening, you're always like, oh, fuck. Here comes Grandpa with the camera. We're going to have to, say, oh, we're having a great day. Hi, family, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes he'll always pick a person to, like, say the date and everything and be like, hey, what's the date today and everything. You got to be like, oh, I'm Justin. It's, July 6th of 1994 or something. Whatever the day may be. And but going back, like recently, like he just has this giant shelf. Like there's this big hallway in their house, and it's got shelving like built into the walls, like little cubby holes. and it's just filled with like cassettes and video. Like the entire thing is filled with cassette, like hundreds and hundreds of videotapes.
That's rad.
And like you can go there and pick one, and you'll see them doing like farm work from in like the 1940s.
Damn.
You know, with like, it's crazy. Like before my dad and uncles were born, you know, like they did silent movies when video cameras were just black and white video, you know, with no sound. And he took them all recently and put them on like DVDs, and he put like music over the silent videos and everything. And we watched a couple. What was it? At the 4th of July, I think. And I don't know, it was kind of, like I said, at the time, it's happening, like, oh, fuck, here comes Grandpa. But going back and watching, it's like, holy fuck.
Right.
That's crazy. Like, he pulled out this one, and I was like, of course, I had no recollection of it. You know, I don't remember that shit. But I was like 3 years old, and like seeing my mom, my dad's got like these big, like, I don't even know what you could, like the big like 90s round glasses.
Like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, like Jeffrey Dahmer, and kind of like a mullet, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, holy shit, you know, it's crazy to see them younger. And then we watched some with like my dad when he was a kid and my uncles and everything. So yeah, it's pretty cool going back, like how much family history we have on like recorded video is just insane. And like I said, he's recorded stuff like he's a farmer. They had a dairy farm that was been in their family for fucking ever. And, you know, how they did the farm work, how they'd milk the cows and baling hay and all the different farm hands and stuff. And so it's pretty cool looking back on it, you know?
Absolutely.
So that's
Yeah,
a
it's
pretty
really
crazy
cool.
tradition.
Just like capturing old stuff, because you don't think about it at the time you just live in, right?
Yeah.
But like the photographs, like I should take more photographs. I really should of just everything.
Yeah, I don't
like,
take pictures.
I don't take pictures at all. And like I'll look back at some stuff Mom takes pictures of. I'm like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I want that, like, when I'm a kid, or when I'm fucking old as shit, and my grandkids are sitting around, I was like, oh, you want to see Daddy on his Wii U? Or you want to see your, not Daddy, that's weird, your grandpa on his Wii U? It's like, what the fuck's a Wii U? It's like, well, there was this company called Nintendo before. They were kind of pieces of shit.
Who made this mistake?
Who made a mistake. Several mistakes. And now they're our overlords.
Yep.
All praise Sakurai. He's not trying. He just makes fucking Smash Brothers and Kirby.
Just fucking Smash Bros. That's.
But Manny's coming over.
Oh.
Yep.
Emmanuel Wilcox.
Yep. Our good friend. How many more topics we got?
Well,
let's take a little peek here,
A little peek here.
and then I feel like we've been recording for a while, haven't we?
A little bit. We've been talking about family. That's the overarching, you know, kind of main topic, which we've been talking about a lot.
Right.
Stepping away from family though for just a second. What about old childhood friends? Because friendship and family go hand in hand, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Thanksgiving.
Good friends are family at the point.
So, are there any old childhood friends that you remember having? That's kind of in the spirit of the getting older thing too.
Right.
That, you know, maybe you don't hang around as much anymore.
I was like, well, I don't hang as much. There's this one kid, and the whole reason we met is I think I was walking down my street in Smithin as a kid, probably barefoot, and I was walking down the street, and this kid was sitting, like it just rained, so there's like water in ditches and stuff, and this kid was sitting on the side of a ditch with like a stick, pretending to fish. So I walk up to him, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, excuse me, sorry, that fucking Hardee's. He's like, I'm fishing. He's like, why don't you join me? And I'm a shy kid, and I was like, oh, okay. So I sit down to him, we start talking and stuff. We were really close, like super close. Even like growing up, he actually, when I first got Guitar Hero, which made me pick up my first guitar in real life and everything, he was the one that encouraged me, because he was like, he had a bass guitar. He's like, oh, I want to learn how to play. He's like, we should learn how to play together. I'm like, yeah. It's like, there's this thing called Guitar Hero. We should try it. You get to like play and stuff. He's like, oh, that's rad. We should get it and stuff. And we were super close, and then it just kind of drifted apart. And then he actually saw me.
What was his name?
His name was Caleb.
Caleb.
And I actually saw him in Denny's probably a couple years ago. And I was sitting with a bunch of work friends or somebody. I think maybe Manny was with me. I can't remember. But we were sitting there, and he walks in, and he looks at me, and he goes, oh, hey, Manny. And I sit there and I look at him. I was like,
Really, dude?
Brandon. He goes, oh, yeah. How's it going? I'm like, it's good. He said, cool, man. I'll see you later. I was like, we spent so much time together as kids. We made all these like cute little memories and all this shit. And you just fucking.
You just gonna forget my name like that, dude?
Of course, he had a rough home, I believe. I can't. I just kind of guessed from what his environment he grew up. But yeah, that's one of them. And then of course I have Manny. I've always had Manny ever since we were 5 years old.
But he's still a close friend to this day.
Still my best friend to this very, very day.
And we all well, you have quite a few of your friends from like childhood because you grew up in a smaller town.
Right. I mean, for the most part, from Smithton, it would just be like Manny, and I guess Kristen.
Harley.
See, I really wasn't that close to Harley. That was Manny's friend. I never
okay.
really got too close. I wanted to. We just never had the opportunity.
David.
Yeah, he came in way later than everybody else, but he's definitely been a very cornerstone friend of this who I am today almost. Him and Manny kind of built me to the person I am today. And that's my dog, growling. What about you?
Well, in high school, like I still hang out with all my high school friends. Actually, like my roommate I guess I met him in middle school. We started playing like World of Warcraft, and we play World of Warcraft together, and we became best friends. And I live with him now. And Peter, you know Peter.
Peter.
You know his dad. You know Peter's dad.
Peter's dad. I'm your dad, Peter.
I'm your dad, Peter. But yeah, a lot of my high school friends, like I'm still really close with today. A few of them, I guess, have drifted a little bit, but
right.
Like early friends, I had Travis and Cody, and I still talk to Travis every now and again. Not the same Travis because I have two friends named Travis, but we always played like he's the one that got me into like StarCraft and Diablo and everything. We used to play all the fucking time, and they got me because like the StarCraft expansion and the original game were like it's like $10, and I remember a long time ago because they'd play together all the time, and they pulled in like their allowance for the week, $5 on like my birthday, and bought me the StarCraft chest, and I was super fucking pumped.
Fuck yeah.
And we used to build these forts in my backyard. Like we had a big backyard, and at the end of it there's like this big like drainage ditch right in the alley. It's not like an alley that you drive through or anything. It's just a big fucking ditch. Except it didn't have concrete or anything. Excuse me. At the time. Yeah, Hardee's. It was just like a big muddy ditch. And we'd build like bridges and like forts over this this like big ditch, and there were these other kids on the other side of the street, like behind our house, that were they'd always come and like they'd like knock it down and shit when we weren't there, right? So we were enemies, right? And we started putting like booby traps and shit, which probably wasn't a good thing. Like someone could have seriously got hurt, kind of thing. Because it's like,
well, I should have fucked with your bridge,
right? Fucking little kids, fucking like wrapping rusty ass old barbed wire we found in this fucking alley around like a fucking log. So if they walked in and tripped the wire and they fucking get hit with it, like probably not. Don't do that, kids.
No, don't do that at all.
It's some fun little memories that we had doing all that crazy bullshit.
Yeah, there's so much shit like you do as a kid. Like we did this dragon fantasy thing that you've probably heard me and Manny talk about.
Yeah.
Basically, we did like a LARP live action thing, except it was like turn-based Final Fantasy combat, where we would just kind of make up shit as we go and stuff. And like I carried around this like long paint roller as a scythe, and I can't remember what Manny had, but like I remember one of our friends, Jeremy, who's I haven't talked to him recently, but we were really close too. That was another old childhood friend. He had really fucked up eyes. He probably still does.
Oh, is this the guy you were talking about? Take off.
So, like you take off his glasses and his eyes would immediately cross, like as far as you can, right? And so, like one of his powers or whatever is that he can
like how you call it his power.
One of his powers was that he could, when he takes off his glasses, he can see evil. And so he'd be like,
just so great.
He'd be like, "Hold on, guys," and he'd take off his glasses, just be fucking.
You're super cross-eyed.
It'd be like super serious, like, "Hold on, guys, let me check." Fuck, dude. And it's just like we're sitting there trying not to laugh, but it was really fun. Just stupid kid shit, right? But you know what I realized? Not to jump ahead or anything, but our final segment we always do at the end of the pleasure room. We don't have dice at the moment. They're in my bag right there.
Oh well, your dice are in your bag. Then we can just.
I was like, they're right there.
I mean, they're right there.
I know.
So
That's okay. Just letting you know.
Okay. Well, I'll get them out if that's what you're saying.
So I'll talk. This is just Brandon now. This is the Brandon room. I think they're at in one of the very bottom of one of the bags. It might be the empty one. I can't remember.
Oh, gee, thanks for
Very bottom of the bag, please. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the podcast so far, please give us a like, a comment, a favorite, wherever the fuck you're listening to this on. Share it with your friends, your family. Probably not your grandma. She probably hates us. Or your like very leftist feminist girlfriend that you're just banging because she's got a tight pussy. You probably don't want to show this to her. But I mean, when you're done with her, you might want to pass her my way, though. I'd appreciate it very, very much. And I'll share it with you. Me and Justin run a train on anyone.
I just dumped all your dice.
Did you?
Bottom of your bag.
You son of a bitch. I guess we just need 2 D20s. And this.
There's the metal one.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's not like I put him in a fucking bag or anything. This fucking guy. I can't believe I'm working with this fucking amateur dude. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine, dude.
All right.
We got our dice ready.
All right.
Any more topics you want to talk about before we wrap this shit up?
Well, we've been talking about family was our general big topic, but we kind of talked about that throughout all the other little topics we had. Any other just last minute family stories that you got?
Not really. Basically, just same shit.
There was this one that I've got, and it was during the 4th of July. Again, it was with my mom's family, and we were all at my grandfather's out in the middle of nowhere with a big bonfire, as always. And we're all sitting around the bonfire talking and bullshitting, and my 2 uncles disappear. And, no one takes any note of it. And all of a sudden, one of them comes, like, running out, because there's, like, this, it was right by this pond, right? So there's just this pond right here, and then we're all in a circle around the bonfire. And then there was just this, like, giant dirt cliff on the other side, because they were digging another pond. Mm-hmm. And so we were kind of, like, on this little island in the middle. And my uncle comes running up because it was like a peninsula, right? It was like a little thin strip of land, and then it kind of circled around, made a bigger circle in the middle of the 2 ponds. But one was just a giant ditch at the time. And one of my uncles comes running out of it's pitch black, middle of the night, and throws this big-ass roll of like 1,000 firecrackers into the bonfire. And these firecrackers start, like, going off, flying everywhere, like, landing in people's... it didn't hurt anybody, but, popped on their... burning their shirt and shit. And I remember my grandpa standing up, being like, "You get your ass back here, boy. I'm going to whoop you so fucking hard. You better watch out." And it was great. It was, like, the funniest thing ever. That is a family memory I will have for all time.
That's a good family memory.
Let me see. I got to open up for our Scenes from a Dice.
Scenes from a Dice. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know what Scenes from a Dice is our ending segment, excuse me. A segue is a thing you ride. It's also a thing. Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah, like segueing into a new topic.
Yeah, I'm the master of it. I just don't know what it is.
Master of segues.
But it's our end segment of the pleasure room where we each take a D20, which is a dice with 20 sides.
And fucking nerds use for Dungeons and Dragons and Magic.
All sorts of shit. And Justin has a list of locations, and I have a list of scenes or scenarios or just like a quick one line to lead us into a topic. And we do a little improv thing, and that's how we end the show usually. Usually. And usually we have a little contest to determine who has advantage and stuff like that. But this time, I think we're just going to roll the dice.
Yeah. We had something planned. I can't remember what it was.
It didn't write it down. So fuck it. We'll just bare bones this one.
All right,
here we go.
Okay. So what is the scenario?
The location's better first, don't you think?
Is it?
I don't think so.
I don't know, because it's like we're doing this in this place.
The scenario is, what tattoo did you get?
In a garage.
In a garage? Okay. Dude,
What's up, dude?
You're not gonna even believe what happened today.
What happened today, dude?
So I went to Polly Mesley.
Polly Mesley, dude?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
dude, she's so rad.
She is like the best tattoo. Why? How come all of our characters are like surfer dudes?
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I'm not a character.
Yeah, me either.
Like, what the fuck was that, dude? Did you just flash,
dude.
bro?
I think I flashed, dude. I'm sorry. It's not a big deal. But fucking, I got a sweet tat, dude.
What'd you get, dude?
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, dude.
Fucking, you see, it's a fully sculpted fucking picture. It's like 3D. It sticks out of your skin, right?
It's sculpted,
It's
dude.
sculpted. Like
Holy shit,
She
dude.
like fucking.
She's talented,
Yeah,
bro.
she's really good. And it's straight up just Brandon Reine, except he's got like Megamind's brain. He's got a big head, and like Jimmy Neutron's rimming him.
Oh, dude, I'm so jealous of Brandon right now, dude. That Jimmy Neutron guy, fucking whoa.
Oh, that's fucking brain blast. You remember that? You remember that?
Brain
from the show?
blast.
Bark, bark.
Thanks for coming, everybody. We'll see you next time on
The Pleasure Room.
This is Justin.
And I'm Brandon.
Bye bye now.
Bye bye.